Primetime Poulton, keep it entertaining. You already knowin'. Outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Fighting Wolf, U.S. Assassin. Doing just what he loves, this is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar, no I'm not frontin'. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is Primetime Poulton. This is Primetime Poulton. Let's go.
Hey guys, what's up? Happy Monday. The champ is here, your reigning defending CGWF world champion, the moral compass, Mark Poulton. And joining me today, we got the creator Chimera to talk about his new property, Testament. Chimera, man, thanks for joining me today.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm eager to talk to you. You're someone, as I was saying before we went live, I've seen your properties, SOS, Testament, on streams, on Twitter, and it's nice to finally put a voice with the properties and get to know your backstory.
Well, thank you.
Before we get into that, though, I want to thank everyone for tuning in last night for the closeout of the first 30 days of Loose Threads. We passed $12,000. We're about $2,600 away from hitting the next stretch goal, which is a print of Emoji versus Bazooka Dog, U.S. Assassin, and Sea Dog from Cesar Madaro. Just want to highlight a few things real quick. First, our featured tier, 4 books, $100. You get the George Perez jam cover, the Chris Graves variant cover, the black and white edition of the book, and Emerge the Art of Heather Martin. Like I said last night on the stream, Heather Martin, friend of mine, she's done pinups for a bunch of my books, U.S. Assassin, Black Owl, now Loose Threads. She took up art as she was going through chemo when she was battling cancer. She's been through cancer 6 times. So I loved her artwork to begin with. Once I heard the story, I wanted to publish her art book. It means a lot to her to get this work, share it with people, since it helped her through such a hard and dark period. But here's our George Perez cover. Jam cover with Cesar Madaro, our interior artist. Cesar surprised me with this a few years ago during George Perez's last trip to Spain for a convention. He told George Perez about his idea for a jam cover, and George knocked this out a couple hours before dinner. He drew our main character, Queen Madeline, in the crystal ball, and then Cesar handled the rest. Our colorist, Anthony George from Graveyard Shift, added his beautiful colors to the work. But the book is just stunning. Cesar Madaro, not a lot of people are familiar with him, but I think they're gonna catch on. I think he's gonna be a big deal soon. His artwork's just out of this world. Here's our villain, the Necro Dragon. One of our favorite characters, Emoji. Just beautiful artwork. The colors. Anthony George's colors really complement the art. Here's our variant by Chris Graves. And then the black and white edition to really, really appreciate Caesar's pencils. He's just a one-of-a-kind talent, I think. These are our main characters reading the comic book that they're in. Just beautiful. And then Emerge the Art of Heather Martin. It's a 5.5 by 8.5 inch hardcover, 48 pages, and it comes with a 3 postcard set of all the pinups she's done at Haunted Pizza for me, Black Owl, U.S. Assassin, and the upcoming Loose Threads. So 30 days left. We're in the second half of the campaign. So close to the next stretch goal. Please share the campaign if you've already backed, and if you haven't backed, please consider it. This is a project very near and dear to me. I wrote it after being fired from DC Comics twice in the same week. So what happens to comic book characters when their series are canceled? That was my biggest thought after losing my job. What would happen to Hawkman? And Loose Threads was born from that. So definitely check it out. Share it with anyone you think might like it. In the chat, got Amanda B already sharing the links. Thank you, Amanda. She was MFer of the Week Mark follower. So she's doing the good work. Mr. Von Stugel's first one here. The champ and Robo Boy. Alex is here. Nefarious. Nicholas Gear. Nefarious. Mark, are you going to be wrestling Chimera tonight? No wrestling tonight. Last night, I don't know if you caught it, but it was the big Mark Brooks in-ring debut. WF. He open challenged the CGWF locker room. Everyone was chomping at their bit to get to him. But ultimately, John Malin took him on, embarrassed him, sent him home packing. Oh, got Steve Dye in the house. Two of his favorite writers in CG. I have my biases. They're well earned. I'm in for this.
Hey, Steve. Yeah, Steve actually has a magazine coming up in a few weeks, Rocket Magazine too. So check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be featured in it.
Oh, awesome.
So, how did you get your start in comics? Were you always a fan growing up?
Yeah, I grew up with Spawn and Batman. I wasn't really a fan of like superheroes. I was more, I guess, a fan of anti-heroes. And yeah, and I grew up on animated shows like Justice League. And it was around, I've always wanted to write, and it was around 2016 that I decided to just go for it. So I went back to my old LCS and started reading comics again, and trying to pitch to like Dark Horse and Dynamite to no avail. And so that's when I started self-publishing. And then a few years after that, Comicsgate happened, thankfully. So been able to build an audience slowly over there.
What was it for you that I don't know, gave you the itch to give writing comics a try?
Well, I wanted to draw, but I learned I couldn't draw after several years.
I've been there.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just spend years doing this. Oh, well, it's not working out. Okay, we'll just stick to writing. And yeah. So
Alex is saying one of these writers is gay. The other stole John Malin's belt. I didn't steal John Malin's belt. I took it. Because it was mine. I deserved it.
Oh, the 6 a.m. wrestling thing?
Yeah, well, this is his Fragtober championship, which he won over on Dan Fraga's channel. When I went to Michigan to sign Graveyard Shift, I took the belt from him because he doesn't even appreciate it.
Yeah.
The real Steve Dye. Chimera is just kind of skinny. That doesn't make him gay.
Yeah, I saw Mark stand up. I'm pretty sure he could take me. So I'll just let you have that win automatically. I surrender.
So Comicsgate happened. You have two successful properties in CG in crowdfunding, SOS and Testament. Which one came first?
Oh, SOS. I did that in 2019 and it released shortly after COVID, I think. Mm-hmm. And
you released 4 volumes of that?
Yeah, 3 volumes and 1 spinoff. Canales was the artist, so he's able. Eli Canales did Ironsides and some other books. He's a fast artist, so that's how we were able to pump out SOS. That's one of my black.
I would love to get the number of books that Canales has done, because he seems to be a machine that's maybe the most productive guy, artist-wise, in CG.
Yeah, I've honestly lost track. I probably close to 10, let's just say. And yeah, SOS is more my black comedy series, and I wanted to do something serious. And last year, I surprisingly learned Testament was popular, had better art, colors. The story was easier. Like SOS is just like something that Joe Kelly would write, just comedic and actiony, whereas Testament has more lore and its own mythology. More of a series.
Let's get into Testament. What was the inspiration for it?
Originally, it was actually a post-apocalyptic version of SOS where they fight Norse gods. And then the more I wrote it, the more I realized, oh, this is kind of something else. So I just scrapped what I had and wrote Testament. And I've been working on this for about 5 years. And this is volume 2 of a 3-book arc, and then from there we'll just see where it goes.
Nice. Should I play the video?
Sure.
It's a nice looking video, nice and quick, which I like. Did you do it yourself?
No, I had a friend help me with that one.
Yeah, I'm always curious. I always ask because I'm always interested in what skills people in our community have.
No. I think I made the first trailer for SOS myself, and then after that I decided, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to hire people.
Yeah, no, I was the same way. I did like my early campaign trailers, and then I was like, seeing everyone else's, I was like, I need to outsource this because mine aren't cutting it.
Yeah, everything seems to be evolving. I see people getting dying days of YouTube trailers done, so everything's competition's getting
Yep.
real popular.
Is that something? So I was on with RT Bear the other day, and he asked me if I'm competitive, if I look what other people are doing, and it's for me, it's not that I want to do better with them, but I do want to see what other people are doing, and I don't know, just keep up with the competition. I'm not against other people's success. I just want to know. I just want to know that I'm performing on that same level. Are you the same way?
Yeah, I kind of look at other campaigns, see how they
Yeah.
laid out a campaign. I've gotten good compliments about the layout of my campaigns. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, I kind of just looked at what everyone else was doing. So I would say trailers, and then I'm seeing like people like Joe and Santa get 3D sculpts by Shadowpunk. So
Yeah.
now it's not just comics. Now it's like 3D sculpts, toys. I think Matt Fowler had a video game or some kind of like a video game.
Yeah, it's evolving. We were talking about it last night to see everyone's small business grow from producing comic books. Now we have people producing games, action figures, statues. It's exciting to be part of this.
Yeah, basically you have to become your own company.
Yeah,
mass produce everything.
Alex says he's already backed all of these books, plus Rocket One signed up for 2 as well. Awesome. Thank you, Alex. We appreciate you here.
Nice.
So this is campaign number 6 for you?
Yes, it is.
Anything you've learned along the way to make the campaigns bigger, better?
Just I guess it'll just sound simple. Better art. Books that feature color do better than black and white. I know that sounds obvious, but I just didn't know that coming in. Good cover artists like Clayton Barton. This cover actually sold pretty well. I mean, I'm not surprised. I kind of like to hire people that's art I like, so I'm a big fan of his Kozar campaign. So that's kind of why I hired him. And like I was saying, get a good trailer and just format it so it appeals to everybody.
And you're also building a back catalog of work, so that's got to help. The initial campaigns didn't have much to offer but the first books. So now you have a whole library of books. Are the SOS books available as add-ons in this campaign?
I will list them, the leftovers that I have.
Yeah. All right, let's go through the campaign. Like you said, you got this Clayton Barton cover. Clayton's one of my favorite artists. I love. He did a print for Graveyard Shift, which is one of my favorites. But this cover is badass too.
Yeah, he's good at drawing especially monsters and females.
Yeah, that's what his Graveyard Shift print was. On this giant creature.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. So, yep. Playing to his strengths. He also, another one of my favorite artists, Joe Ball. Joe did the Nightwalker story in one of our supplemental Graveyard Shift books. So I'm a big fan of his as well. He's killing it with his Death book.
Yep. Yeah, he does like the main cover, and then I like to get like a guest artist for all the variants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then some of the interior art. Who's the interior artist?
Juliano da Silva. He's a Brazilian guy. He did the main story, and then there's a 12-page bonus story by Jason Krager, who did Hammer.
Nice. And this is, I see, 68 pages, square bound.
Yep.
Awesome. That's like one of my big things when I'm looking to back a book. I want that square bound spine so I can just put it on my bookshelf.
Yep.
Reprint of volume 1.
Yep, and that's covered by Donald DeLay. It's actually the first piece of art that was done for the campaign. I just never got around to using the cover because I had too many covers the first time around. But yeah, Adam Brown did the colors, so it has like a really dark, gritty vibe to it.
Yeah, I dig it. I love the colors. Looks great. And some more interior artwork.
Yep, and my buddy E-Bike Canals is doing the letters.
Oh, a man of many talents.
Yeah, he's actually enjoying it. It's pretty funny. He's like, "Oh man, I'm getting really good at this." Yeah, I hope so.
I think I lost a track of Canales. He kept getting banned on, on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think I follow him on Instagram though. I see him doing like martial arts and stuff.
Yeah, and then he's having fun over there because he can just draw, post his stuff.
But the artwork and the colors are fantastic.
Thank you. Actually, I will show a little preview, a little special announcement. So to get up to 68 pages, we had to add 2 more, and so Preston Acevedo will be doing volume 3. He's done a lot of covers and a few books. So here is, I'll share my screen. Here is the first page of book 3. So there you go. It's a bit more blue than I'd like. We'll probably alter it, but here's pretty much the layout. So yeah.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Preston's a big get. Congratulations.
Yep. So there we go. He actually gave me like notes to like fix the colors. So that's not like the final version. Actually, let me show a better photo. Because this one, yeah, I know I'm spoiling everything, but I'll just show it.
No, please.
There we go. This is more dynamic. There. And you can actually see his pencils.
No, that's killer.
Yep. So there's the main character and then getting all these visions of the past and the future. So there you go. Make sure you take your screenshots because now I am closing it.
That's awesome.
There we go.
All right. So this is the lore book. What can you tell us about this?
Sure. So it's like a supplemental that goes into the background of the world and all of the main characters' ancestors. I just written so much background material, and it felt like a waste to just put it at the back of the book. So I just made it its own book, and I used like D&D monster manuals as kind of a template of what to do. And Steve, who was in the chat earlier, did kind of that parchment old-timey feel. We went through a lot of drafts and came out great. But yeah, it was not very easy to do. I think it doesn't mention Super X-Men. I didn't catch that one.
He says, if the kid doesn't mention superlative attention to detail from his pre-press editor, I just might.
Oh, okay. Probably killed me. Yeah. Basically, this was very hard to do, but we pulled it off. I actually got the idea from...
What's the format for this?
Oh.
Is it a floppy comic or...
Yeah, it's a floppy comic.
Okay.
Actually, I have a proof copy, but the trim is all messed up. From the printer. Let me grab that. Oh. Okay. I have to make sure I don't lose my face. There we go. So there we go.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Let me just do this so I don't continue to dox my face. There we go. So it'll look like this. Old-timey feel and then images with text wrapping around.
That's awesome.
Yep. And Yeah, the character I just showed in that little trading card. That is a character I would like to do a prequel about.
Mm-hmm.
Currently working on it. And rewriting, so it'll probably take about a year or so.
And this stretch goal was unlocked at 7,000.
Yep.
And then this print as well by Joe Ball was unlocked.
Yep. And actually got all of them sitting right next to me. Just
Nice.
got them from the printer a few days ago.
Next up is the 6 a.m. sticker.
Yep. We're about $102 away from unlocking those. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Is it a thrill for you to see your characters drawn by Six, since he's like almost drawn all of Comicsgate?
I'm pretty sure he has drawn. There's like this big collage, but yeah, I also like the chibi style and how they like the 4 fingers. I would like to see a cartoon version of my characters. It is kind of funny.
Yeah, no, it's always a thrill when I see a new drawing of his of one of my characters. See it added to that main collage. I keep downloading it, but then more characters get added to it, so then it's incomplete. So eventually, I think he just has to cut it and say this is Comicsgate from 2017 to whatever 2022, and then start a new one, so people can finally print it.
It will never be complete. Yeah.
So we got the stickers at 12,000. Another trading card.
Yep, at 12K, and that'll probably be cut off because I'm going to go to print next month probably.
Yeah, we were talking about this before we went live. You have the progress down here. You're almost done. You're just a few pages on the bonus chapter from being done, because the line art and colors for the main story are done. The volume 3 preview's done, and bonus chapter 7 out of 12 pages are completed. So
yep,
very close to finishing this up.
Yeah, it should be done by the end of the month or early November. Jason Krager's doing that. He's also doing a book for Adam Lawson, Job on Death, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, big fan of his art. Like I said, I just like hiring people that I'm a big fan of.
Right. I'm the same way. Let's go through some of these tiers. Your featured tier is the Testament bundle. That's both covers to volume 2 and the volume 1 reprint plus the lore book. So that's 4 books for $75. That's a great deal.
Yep. And if you sign up for the mailing list, there'll be a discount tier, so you'll be able to customize your order and get a $5 discount. Really helps out in this economy.
Yeah, no, that's excellent.
Yep.
Next up, you're offering a digital version, which is great, especially for the international backers.
Yep, gets you everything, volume 1, 2, and the little lore book.
Another great deal. And then you have the volume 1 reprint, $20.
Yep, that's 60 pages. You can still add on volume 2 and all that, but if people just want to read the first one without having to buy a bundle, more than welcome to.
And then the volume 2 books, you got the Joe Ball cover and then the Clayton Barton cover, both $25 each. And then the Joe Ball cover and the lore book for $40, or the Clayton cover and the lore book for $40, or both volume 2 covers, $45. Getting a little bit of a discount there.
Yeah.
And then the volume 1 reprint Joe Ball cover, $45, or the reprint and the Clayton cover, $45. You got the Sim sketch card and book. Which book do you get?
Book 2, and then you can add on book 1. That's actually the last piece of original art. Everything that I've sold, I kind of just like hid the tier so that I can, make the campaign looks cleaner that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Testament volume 1, both covers, $65. And then you got the Preston Acevedo pencils. This is the volume 3 preview?
No, that's volume 1. He did a bonus story.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can get a 8-pager. So you just buy whatever, and then my email's listed there, so you can just email me which page you want, and I can show it to you. And yeah, so you can get either pencils, and then he painted the sequentials. That was actually his first time doing that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like Bisley, especially his Slain. So I was like, asked Preston one day, I'm like, can you actually paint sequentials? And he says, yeah, I've never done that, but let's try it. And it came out great. I can actually, let me grab that from my computer.
Amanda B likes my idea of cutting off the 6 a.m. collage at some point so we can have a final piece to that original collage.
Right. Let's see. I think it's right here. Let me know if you can see this.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yep. So these are painted sequentials, and I'm pretty sure Preston has all the original art.
Nice.
Yep. So there's it's like I like to do little bonus chapters that fill in the gaps. So here's Carl's early childhood. It was not a fun childhood, to say the least. But yeah.
Wow, that looks great.
Yep. It's a good thing we found the colorist. I mean, we would have. Like the other idea for book 3 was to paint it, but I don't know if that'd be a bit of a radical change from 1 and 2 that have digital colorists.
So, I didn't realize that he's actually the painted pages are actually all being offered as well.
Yeah.
That's a great price for painted art. Only $250.
Yep.
So you're at $8,898. You're only we said $102 away from the next stretch goal at $9,000. Campaign's going to be wrapping up soon because the book is, basically done except for about 5 pages. Steve Dye says he's read it, compiled the files. It's a really good story, and the epic lore continues to expand. Full rubber stamp recommendation.
Thank you. Yes, he has. He's read it several times.
Bane just backed.
Oh, awesome.
He likes the melding of sci-fi fantasy like Star Wars. Let's update the page then. Let's see where we're at.
Yeah, Steve will have to read it several more times when we edit it over.
Nice. We're only $49 away from 9,000 now.
Nice.
Thank
awesome.
You.
Thank you.
Bane. No, that's great. So you have 2 successful IPs right now, SOS, Testament. What's next for you? Are you going to continue to play with those IPs, or you have new ones in the works?
Yeah, probably next year we'll do Volume 3. We'll see how the world shakes out before I launch. And, I would like to do a prequel about Carl's great-grandfather that's just pure dark fantasy. I assume Preston would do that art. And then after that, I have a sci-fi story, but it would actually take place in like an alternate timeline because everyone does the future. So I was thinking maybe what if the world was different in the 1980s? And man, I don't know how to explain it. It'd basically be like communist monsters versus cops.
Yeah,
is a good way to is a good elevator pitch. It's more complex than that, but that's basically the tagline. So
and we talked about how CG is expanding into like statues and games and figures. Is that anything that you've thought about for the future?
Yeah, I actually contacted Shadowpunk to get a quote on little what was it, 3D sculpts. So yeah,
awesome.
Do that. And then I contacted Days of Dying YouTube. So yeah, Volume 3 will have to like compete with other campaigns. It's good competition, breeds the best. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the trailers have to be top notch. You have to have original art, sketch cards, sculpts. Hell, I guess video games. I'll have to look into that. I haven't coded in a long time.
Yeah, that's like the one thing, video games, that I would need help. Like I wouldn't even know in which direction to look for that. But all the other things I've already started, dipping my toe into to check out for possible future campaigns. But that's great that you're already thinking about the future, and you have your own website as well where people can buy all the back issues.
Yes. ChimeraComics.com. I'm trying to get set up. Everyone's canceling their PayPal because just
I was seeing that.
So I'm gonna have to find an alternate way to do that. I'll probably look into Shopify There's like a fee per month, but yeah, there's a lot of options these days. Thank you, Amanda.
Amanda B was backer number 3 for Loose Threads as well. That must be her lucky number.
Yeah, I think we launched on Bancroft. I forget who was number 1.
Nice. It's great that the community is like competitive about like getting that number 1 backing.
Yeah.
So
I was actually a backer number 1 on Tiger Blow 2, and I got some piece of original art, so that was fun.
no, nice. That's great. So is there anything you want that the backers fans to know about Testament before we start wrapping this up?
Epic tale. Basically, the main character is a swordsman who is on a quest for revenge, but also learns about the powers he inherits from his father. So yeah, volume 2 goes into that, and working on volume 3 at the moment. It's gonna be a while, but wait will be well worth it next year.
We're only $49 away from 9,000 to unlock that next stretch goal. This is a proven creator, fulfilled 5 campaigns so far.
Yes, yeah.
And campaign 6 is going to start fulfilling very soon, very close to the finish line on this. It's got some beautiful covers. Clayton Barton, Joe Ball. I'm torn. I don't know who to choose from. I love both artists.
Or you could buy them both.
Yeah, there you go.
Nudge, nudge.
Beautiful artwork. You can pick up volume 1, get the complete story. If you've already backed, please share the campaign. But yeah, this looks great, man. You're doing great work here.
Thank you.
You already have 2 successful IPs. Future looks bright for you, man.
Thank you.
Where can people find you online?
ChimeraTheHut.com or Twitter, and then ChimeraComics.com has all the other links to everything.
Nice. So we're about a half hour into this. I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Poulton. Hit the notifications. I'll be back tomorrow with Andy Smith. We're going to be talking about his book Core Draft. But Chimera, I want to thank you for joining me tonight.
Good thing. Thanks for having me.
All right, chat. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you.